Yeah,
So
yeah.
why did it take you 6 years to marry the first one? 6 years before you married? That's
It was my high school sweetheart type of thing.
okay.
So we were just very young, and I think we were waiting. And then when it felt
Uh-huh.
like, okay, it's that next step. And I think that's the problem. People don't think of what's right. Are they ready for a relationship? You know, I was so young, and it's like, okay, that's just the next thing we're supposed to do. So we got
Right.
married. Not even thinking, should we even be in a relationship? Is it healthy and all that kind of stuff.
So now looking back on that, do you feel like you should have waited 6 years to marry him, or you should have did it sooner? I know
No,
you might say you
yeah,
should have did it at all, of course,
right.
but I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you think? Like looking back on that, do you think you should have did it sooner?
Um,
Because you wasted a lot of your youth on that, right?
I did. I
And then
did.
when y'all
Yeah,
broke up, you left with nothing, right?
I did. And I didn't have to leave with nothing, but I maybe that's my personality is my peace is more valuable than fighting over a couch or this or that. You know, like, you know what, be petty. You can have that
Right,
stuff.
right, right.
I'm gonna
I
let
got you.
I just want to be away from you and you know that kind of thing. But that was my biggest lesson from those two relationships is some people bash getting married so soon when I
Uh-huh.
don't think it's so much the
Where you was with
time.
somebody 6 years and then you was only
Yeah.
married once. So
And here's the
it's not the time frame that makes it work. That is
right, it's
exactly
not
the
the time
point
frame
that I
that
was
makes
trying
it.
to make.
Yes, it's not the time frame. And here's the thing too. Then whenever the breakups happened, they like became somebody, and I didn't know who these people were. So you could think you know somebody for so long, and they do some horrible things to you,
Like what?
either during a breakup or one of them became very physical and stuff like that. You know, another one, I'm not going to mention one or the other or whatever, but yeah, there was threatening to kill my family and this and that. You
I
know,
don't know where y'all
relatives.
find guys at. God, you must got that. You must got that wop. Then I don't know something. Shit. God damn, I ain't never feel like I got to kill a bitch
It's been
family.
an experience.
I ain't saying it
There's
like that, but I ain't never feel like I got to kill nobody family. Damn.
yeah, they were not happy about that. But so it showed me that first of all, you got to know that you're ready to be in a relationship. You got to be
Uh huh.
ready, not just you, but the other person. So
Right.
when you've done all, you know, all the analyzing of yourself and all that stuff, all going back to your past relationships, not
Mhm.
just relationships intimately, but family relationships, your childhood, what types of things make you, because here's with me with those types of abusive and controlling things, what was it about my childhood that made me accept those
But
things as,
listen,
oh,
you getting off into a. I know that you want to talk about it. And I
yeah.
respect it, but I'm trying to get women to see about why I think marrying sooner is good, or if you against
Mhm.
that, that's cool, or if you with that, that's cool. But I don't want to get so off topic. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, no, no. Yes, yeah. And it was just a little bit about why. But yeah, I don't think the time with my experience, like you said, knowing somebody longer doesn't mean that it means that you're ready to get. If anything, the longer and
Were
longer and
you and
longer
your
you
ex
go,
living together in the first 6 years?
yes, the
Y'all always
last one, yes.
the last one you was. The one that you married, was y'all living
Oh,
together
the
the whole
one
time?
hmm, for a
Because
little bit
you
before
said
that.
you were like a high school sweetheart, so I'm pretty sure y'all were living
Hmm.
together. How long were y'all
Yeah,
living
after
together?
high school. It's probably a couple years, maybe.
Exactly. And you really didn't
Hmm.
know who he was until you lived with him, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You can date and date for years, but until you actually live with that person, you don't know who they is anyways. So,
True.
like holding off marriage and this, you can hold it off as long as you want. Like she said, she was with him 6 years. They lived together 2 years. Next thing you know, he becomes abusive and everything else. Because
Mm.
you truly
Yep.
don't get to know a person until you actually live with them and you're in their presence like
Hmm.
24/7. Then a whole different,
Yeah.
you see the real person.
Right.
So
And it's not
that's
even
the
just abusive stuff, but like it could be
no. It could be
just
anything.
annoying things. Like you just not don't have the same living style or whatever. They might annoy the hell out of you
well,
with things that they do,
I feel like some stuff like that, like can be worked through. Like if it's nothing like abusive, somebody's just cheating on you like crazy, stuff like that. Anything else to me can be worked out.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
everybody feel like, that little petty stuff, everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side, but it's not.
Right. Right.
Because you left him, you thought the grass was greener with this new guy, right?
Well, I didn't
Let's
leave
keep
for
it
a new
real.
guy.
No, I'm
No,
saying
I really didn't.
when you got with the new dude, you thought things were gonna be
Um,
better than your last one. I hope that's what you would think,
yeah, well, of course, because if you get into a relationship with
right?
somebody, you hope
And
that
it
it's,
was, but it
not
wasn't,
going to go
right?
wrong.
It wasn't, right?
No,
Exactly.
but because it changed. It changed because it was fine in the beginning, and then it started to gradually change once I started to live with him. But
So if
dating,
listen,
meeting him
if
here and
we
there,
talk to him, we gonna get the same story that you telling us.
probably,
Oh,
because
she was
when
good,
we,
bro. She was good, bro, and I just fucked it up. That's what he gonna say.
he did say that to me when we had. I'm not even lying. So here's the thing: I give him so much credit because I actually did our relationship. We have to co-parent now. We
Oh,
do.
you got a
We have a
kid
child
too.
together. Yes. Yes.
You got one kid.
One kid.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 38.
30. Oh man, you look good for 38. I
Thank you.
give you that. You look good for 38. One kid.
Yeah.
So, my question is, what does the future hold? What do you think the future holds for you?
Right now, I'm just enjoying loving myself, experiencing life. Life is an experience. So just making memories with my daughter.
Uh huh.
Um, if somebody comes along that's special, I know that I've done the work on myself to be ready for a relationship.
What do
I
you
would
do
have to
for
examine that about them.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse, RN,
Hmm.
because these what they call them CNAs be saying they nurses.
No, I'm a registered nurse.
You
But
know
I
that they
give
wear
them
the
love
scrub.
too,
Oh, I'm a
because
nurse. They a
they
CNA.
can't do their jobs without them. That's for sure.
No,
But yeah,
that's what's up. So you're a nurse. So what's that? That's about what 70K, 80 grand a year,
about yeah,
right?
around. Hmm.
Hmm, I get it. So
Yeah,
are you looking for somebody, or you just like if somebody comes, they come. If they don't, they don't.
exactly. I'm
Like
good with it,
you
and
good with
it kind of
just
answers. I'm good. I'm good with me. And there's a question on the feed that said, and it kind of answers more of your question. She got into abusive relationship 2 times. One would think that she could have been capable of recognizing red flags. So this time that I'm on my own, that it's just me, and that's what I'm doing, is I've evaluated myself already and said, why did I ignore? I saw the red flags. Trust me, girl, I saw
right.
the red flags. But you allow
They,
yourself to
your
ignore
boy
them.
ain't worth. Hold on. Your boy ain't worth like $1 badge. Dang, help me out. My followers is cheap, but I love them though.
Come on, show
Dang,
some love.
I
Show
can't
some
get a
love.
dollar badge. I ain't mean to cut you off, but
Right.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're opening up important discussions, believe it or not, because you're forcing people to really analyze these things. But
No, because the thing is, I think like people be in these like especially like this actually benefits women more. And I try to
yeah,
speak to help men, because I think everybody always talk about what men do wrong. But I think marrying helps women more. Like if you in something those many years, right? And then just say if he accidentally dies, right?
mhm,
You ain't got no say so of how he get buried, over his his accesses or nothing. You have no control over none of that because you're not even married
right,
to him. And I'm like, why
right,
invest that much time into somebody and then at the end
mhm,
of it you get nothing? Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's a
Like
no. It's a really good question. It is.
it just doesn't make sense to me. That's why I said like you left that relationship. You know what I mean? You didn't get nothing, right? Y'all just broke up. It ain't like,
Well,
oh,
I mean, I got my. I do look at things. I look at life like everything happens to you, so you are where you are for that reason. So I got my daughter out of it. So I'll never ever have a regret over that. And we actually are good friends for the sake of our daughter. So,
hold
um,
on, hold on. So
but
the first one you had the daughter with.
No, my second one.
But I thought he wasn't abusive. He wasn't abusive, right?
The second one, it was just that kind of like, why you wearing this? Why you wearing that? The first one was
Uh-huh.
physically abusive.
Uh, so everybody just get jealous of you.
I don't know. Honestly,
God,
I don't know.
they just get jealous of you. You don't make them feel comfortable. Like you're the only one. What's going on?
And the crazy thing with the second one, especially I did everything I could to try to make him feel comfortable. Like if we were out, I even started walking with my head down just so he wouldn't think, and it's a crazy way to change your behavior. And it's not living free. I know it's not living
It's
free
not
though. And
like seriously. You, oh man,
yeah. So,
you sound
and the
like.
whole time I had never done a single inappropriate thing. No pictures, no texts, no nothing. Like
But two men felt like that. It was just they had to control you because
the first
you
one,
were
it
wearing
wasn't,
something wrong. I get it. I get it. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, the first one was that was just pure evil. That was just like there's no explanation. There's nothing you could say that you did wrong. And
I got you. I got you.
October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, right? So it's good to let ladies know, like,
No, it's good to
when
let
stuff
them know.
like that happens,
We had a
it's not
deep.
your fault.
I had a deep conversation about that on one of my shows about, and it was pretty sad. I don't know if you seen it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, what would you tell women who stay in relationships 3, 4, 5, 6 extra whatever years and not marry? What would you tell them?
The same thing I told. So after I left this last relationship, my coworker who was in a relationship where her husband was unfaithful and stuff, but she didn't feel like she could leave because she didn't want to break up the family. Um, so the same thing that I would
That's
tell.
actually a good. I mean,
That's one of the main reasons why I think. I
I
really
like
do
that.
think.
I like that thought though. Not breaking up the family because like we all know that 80% of women file for divorce.
Mhm.
Actually over 80%. But I think not trying to break up a family is good because when divorces happen, kids really suffer and
Yeah.
they
So
suffer a
I
lot.
think women probably really try to think it through and try to keep it together for the family to be the
No,
glue of the family to keep the family together, and they try to remain strong and fix it somehow.
right?
That's probably the biggest reason why. And if there isn't a family involved, again, there's a lot of internal stuff that people don't bring to the surface in their own um, psychology, and why those things keep them tethered to somebody who's treating them that way.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing and about your experiences and stuff like that. I appreciate you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
definitely.
And hey, stay
Thanks for
away
having
from
me.
them crazy guys because
Hey,
you
I'm
seem to
just doing
attract them.
me. No, no crazy. That's why I'm just doing me. I'm happy and I'm at peace.
Well, I'm single. I might be in your DMs. Don't worry about
All right,
it.
sounds good.
It sounds good.
I'll
Hey,
stay
it
on here.
is
I'll
what
be
it is.
watching.
All right.